Hello, welcome to my video on binding, standing to pee and packing. Before I start, I just need to let you know that this was an area of the transition that I was somewhat apprehensive about. Firstly, it's just the way I felt. Can't really put into words what it was about it. Just tentative about the whole area. I think it's more around the packing. And secondly, I really didn't know where to start, as in where to look at products and just how to get hold of them. I know the internet's out there, but it just, I don't know, I just wasn't sure. And also, sort of thirdly, that leads me into binding. My breasts are thankfully small. I didn't feel the need to have a binder. And because I didn't feel the need to have a binder, I also then, I suppose, put the standing to pee and packing, again more emphasis on the packing, into that bracket of things that weren't high up on my priority. Now that I'm only 3 injections in, I'm beginning to feel that this area is a little bit more relevant. So, onto the binding. I had looked at binding in the past, nothing major. Again, I wasn't sure where to go to get these things, and something that I did find are these. These are more male shaping tops. That was a small, this is a medium. They've sort of got like where the shape of muscles basically on them, so if you were a little bit unfit and you wanted to make yourself look fitter under a t-shirt, then these would probably do. I didn't really get on with them. The small one particularly held my breast in very well, but it was really difficult to get on and off. I was like a contortionist. Secondly, the material kept me cold in the winter and too hot and sweaty in the summer. This one is, the medium is actually quite long. When they're on, they actually come down to sort of like my pubic bone area. And I found that they rode up during the course of the day, which not only did my head in, it was also uncomfortable. Suffice to say, I haven't used those very often at all. I'm currently wearing a binder. Everything that I've got has come from Peacock products. It was mentioned on the video, they are based in America. I did have to pay an import tax, I think it was about £16, but it's like a one-stop shop. So everything that I've got is from there, and I found that easy. I didn't even then look around at anywhere else. I found the selection they had was good, and the feedback from other videos was also good, so I thought, yeah, what the hell. So this is a long, there we go, a longer binder. That's the actual binder. I went for the longer sort of body on it, more because that's how I feel comfortable, and also if I just had where this finishes and just the actual binder, I think I would have still felt like I was wearing a sports bra, and I wanted to get away from that. I find this really comfortable. The Velcro's here on the side, I don't muck around with it. I literally put it on over my head now. The second time I wore it, I was using the Velcro once it was on to do it up, and I must have just couldn't quite get it right, and it kept digging in under my arm. So now I just put it over my head, and it's great. I love it. I wish I'd ordered more. The sizing, definitely measure yourself first. I'm a small, hopefully coming up medium, because I'm getting broader in men's, and yet on the website this is a large. I don't own anything large. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. I wear this more than I thought I would, and it's given me a little bit more confidence for my chest, even though, like I say before, I've got photos of me where it looks like I haven't got any breasts whatsoever, and I was just wearing normal clothes before I even decided to think about binding. So I haven't got the biggest breasts in the world, but I I could probably compact it a little bit more, but I like the fact that I can move and breathe in this. So this is spot on, 100% happy with it. Just wish I'd order another one in black. Moving on to the standing to pee. This is my Shiwi. I've had this for about 6 years. It's really simple. The idea behind it is that women can use this at concerts and whatnot, festivals, that sort of thing. I got this, I think after seeing it advertised at Brighton Pride. I also bought my friend one. I find it's absolutely great. It does take a little bit of knack. I think women are used to sitting on the toilet and there it comes, or there you force it, whereas you just need to let gravity take its course with this. And you can also get an extension tube so you can get it away from your clothing. I'm pretty happy with this. I actually use this for work regularly. I'm out in the rural area quite a lot, so I'm away from public conveniences, and this stops me having to squat in the bushes, which, as I work for the county council, it's probably an image they don't really want to have in the media at any stage, is some council workers squatting in the bushes. At least this is a little bit more discreet. So I have been using a stand-to-pee device, if you like, but I wouldn't feel comfortable using this at a urinal in the men's toilets. I'd be more than comfortable using this in the men's toilets in the cubicle. So again, going back to Peacock products, you get the, is it 3-in-1? 3-in-1. And here it is. This is a 4-inch, it's got the testicles. I was never too worried about that, but hey ho. The video I saw of someone else with one of these, they had the 5.5-inch, said it was too big. So this is the 4-inch, and I find that that's good for packing. And if I was to use this in the men's toilets, in the urinals, then excuse me, I would feel quite confident in doing so. I need to practice first though, because I've used it as a standing to pee device, or STP, probably only twice because I'm lazy. Both times at home. First time worked perfectly. I think I'd even been drinking alcohol, and I managed it fine. The second time, no alcohol involved. I think I weed over the floor far more than I got in the toilet. I need to practice. So that's the standing to pee element, I suppose. I think I still prefer the Shiwi, but then I've got 6 years experience with that compared to the Peacock product. And I just find them useful on a practical level, regardless of any sort of gender issue or transition. The Shiwi, as I said, I bought from my friends, I bought one from my partner. She's rubbish at using it, mind you, not that she's used it. But I think they're a really handy thing for women to have when they're out and about. So the final thing is the packing. Now this is the area that I was definitely most apprehensive about. Part of me thinks, what's the point? You know, you shouldn't really be eyeing up someone's genitals that closely when you're out and about and, you know, wearing jeans, whatever. And it wasn't until I did it that I appreciated the feeling it could give you. So Jan and I went shopping at Lakeside, so a big shopping mall, and I wore it for the first time, and it felt good. I felt more genuine, more confident, more masculine with it. I find it better to use the boxers that came with it, so I've got all my props up here. So first of all, I've got these lovely coloured briefs. A bit different to your normal briefs because, so looking from the inside, one hole, so one hole, two holes, and then it will go into the pouch. So it's really held quite securely with those. Very comfortable. They look massive. I promise you I'm only about I think these are 32 inch waist. I'm usually about 30. So a little bit bigger, but very, like I say, very comfortable. And then my personal favourite are the boxer shorts. Same thing again. At the back you've got 2 holes for it to go through and then into the pouch. And these these are just really comfy, even just as ordinary boxer shorts. I love these. Again, I wish I'd ordered more, but I wanted to make sure I got the sizing right, so I might just have to, you know, save up and do that. I have worn this with my ordinary boxers on, and I felt that it was hanging a bit low, but with those that come with it, it sits perfectly. So I'd, again, highly recommend that. The other thing, I knew there was another thing with this, so it's obviously a packer, it's also a STP, but you also can go for the option where you get this wand. This bit attaches to the end of the wand, which then you'll feel that you put the wand. It's a bit difficult, I haven't got any of the lube or anything, but the wand will go in. See, that makes it erect. As I said, this is a 4-inch. I was a bit concerned that when it came to this function that it might be a bit small, but we had fun and it worked and we managed to enjoy ourselves with it. So maybe it's not too small after all. And it just gives it another sort of dimension, if you like. So that actually worked really well. And again, 4 inches, you know, you're going to have to get used to something small, isn't she? But it worked fine, and yeah, Jan had positive feedback, shall we say. So I think that's all my packing, and I suppose that's more of a, you know, sex toy, standing to pee and binder updates. If anyone's got any comments or, you know, thoughts on this, I don't know if anyone else found it an area that they had not difficulties with, but maybe a bit apprehensive about. I think when I was living as a gay woman, there were some things I didn't like, such as the word lesbian. It just wasn't for me. And the stereotype of what a lesbian should look at also, I didn't particularly like that. And when it came to transitioning, I think this was the side of transition I was a bit, which might seem a bit odd, but that was how I felt. And now that I've explored it a little bit more, I think I need to build my confidence with it, but it's not as bad as I thought. Like I say, I'm loving the binder, really enjoy that. And I think the packing is going to take the time for me, but we get there. So any thoughts and comments, please put them below, and see you soon.